6 types of testing we discussed in functional testing: smoke testing, sanity testing, formal testing, ad hoc testing.
Sir, there are some doubts.
Regression testing. If we confirm these 6 topics are clear, I'll go with the next topic. Clear?
Sir, there are some doubts for me.
What is the purpose of doing regression testing?
There are some doubts for me.
What is the purpose of doing regression testing?
After retesting,
Whenever a developer created a modified version, first of all, why the modified versions will be created? Let's say we tested a product, everything is working fine. We deliver it to the customer. Customer started using our product. The assumption the product is live, people are using it. Client asked some new features to be implemented, incorporated. To add new features into the existing website, to modify the existing functionalities as per the new requirement, in order to resolve a bug, programmer will do some code changes. There are 3 technical reasons behind doing regression testing. While adding new features in the product, while modifying existing features. Hello? For adding new features, for modifying existing features, to resolve the bugs, programmer will make some code changes. These code changes may introduce side effects. The regression testing objective is identifying the side effects which may occur due to some code changes. So whenever you receive a modified version from the developer, first you need to understand what are the changes made in the existing system. What are the bugs rectified? What are the new features added? What are the existing features modified? Then we need to identify their connected areas. What are the other features connected to the modified areas need to be filtered. Those areas need to be once again tested for the confirmation sake is called regression testing. The objective of doing retesting to make sure the reported bugs are correctly rectified or not, code changes are made correctly or not. Whereas the objective behind regression testing to identify the side effects which may occur due to these code changes. Okay, what is the purpose of doing either smoke testing or sanity testing?
The code is
Before we start testing all features of the product in a very detailed manner, in order to make sure, first of all, the given application is eligible to continue further deep testing or not, we need to perform a kind of a small check, a rough check, to ensure whether the given application is in a testable condition or not. Right. So take the next one, system integration testing. System integration testing. The system integration testing. Generally, developer will do. Code level integration testing, developer will do. After developing the programs, every program will be independently tested. Every program will be independently tested, called unit testing. Once all units are tested, the programmer will integrate all components and check the overall output at code level, called integration testing. Code level integration testing developer is doing. System level, application level integration testing we do. What is this application level integration testing? Called system integration testing. Let's say we are working on this RHRM application testing. What is this application? What for it is? Human resource management system. A company, let's say there are about 500 people working in a company. Their day-to-day attendance need to be recorded. Their leaves, salaries, complete employee management system for the day-to-day operations. This software, RHRM product, end of the month, it has to generate the pay slip for all of the employees working in a company. End of the month, it has to generate the pay slip. This employee worked for 26 days. These are gross salary, these are the deduction, these are the net payable, something like that. If the software want to generate a pay slip automatically at the end of the month, what should be the input to the system? If the software automatically want to generate the pay slip for all of the employees in a company, what should be recorded into this application? The employee's attendance. Fine. Nowadays, in this kind of software application, are we keying the attendance manually? Are we entering attendance manually? Then how attendance will be captured? Using a biometric device. Okay, listen, try to understand this. This RHRM application made by our development team. My developer, PHP developer made it. To capture the attendance of the employees, we need this kind of biometric device. This biometric device also will have some embedded software inside, correct? Some software inside will recognize the employee, capture the attendance, something like that. The company who manufactured this biometric device also will provide an API. What is API in software terms? Application Programming Interface. My question, what it is? I agree API stands for full form is Application Programming Interface. What actually it is? Perfect. Loudly. An interface which exchange the data between two or more applications involved in the business. Now the company who manufactured this biometric device will create a software program, a small software program plugin. This manufacturer will provide that small software program also, which need to be integrated into our application. Then only this application can read the data from the biometric device. Okay, a new employee joined in a company. A new employee joined in an organization. Employee details must be updated into the system. First name, middle name, last name, address, phone number, email ID, bank details, etc. These details are entered in RHRM product or a biometric device. The software application only, correct? But how the employee will record the attendance? Biometric device, meaning this biometric device is collecting the data from RHRM application database. The attendance record in the biometric system is pushing to RHRM application database. Together, there is some data exchange happening between these two applications. There is some data exchange happening between these two applications. These integration for the data exchange happening correctly or not need to be tested before we make it live. Two applications between the data interaction between the data exchange between two applications are, working properly, happening properly or not need to be tested. It is called application level integration testing. Are we opening code and doing any integration testing here? Application level integration testing we do. Code level integration testing developers will do. This application level integration testing is called system integration testing. Few system integration scenarios here. Tell me what actually you have to test here. As a tester point of view, think and answer me. A new
Whether the
employee
new
joined in a
user
company.
detail, new
The new employee details are registered in RIHRM product. But this employee will try to record the attendance in the user biometric device. See, always, we have to test the applications in a live usage point of view. Live usage point of view, correct? A new employee information recorded in the RIHRM application. The employee will go to biometric device and swipe, punch. One integration scenario here. We need to check the employee registered in the RIHRM application is getting recognized by the biometric device or not, because they will punch here. System should recognize them. The second scenario, the attendance recorded in the biometric device should be automatically updated into RIHRM application database. The employee resigned or in the notice period. The admin level user suspend that employee account. Suspend that employee. Now this employee try to punch. System should display an error. Access denied, contact the administrator. Once this account is enabled, again the biometric system should automatically allow to continue punching. These kind of integration part working properly or not need to be tested. It is called application level system integration testing. Hope you are getting this point. Clear, right? This biometric device also comes with a software. This software is not made by our people. The manufacturer of the device is provided that API. After installing the API, code level integration testing, developer will do. Systems level of integration testing, we have to do. The integration between, the data exchange between two or more applications involved in the business, working properly or not, as per expectations or not need to be covered, it comes under application level integration testing called system integration testing. Make a note of it. Better you take these diagrams roughly, not as it is. A biometric device or a HRM application. A biometric system. This is a payroll software application. The payroll software application. There is some data exchange between these two applications. These data exchange interactions happening as expected or not need to be tested. It comes under application level integration testing called system integration testing. Take the notes about it.
Can you repeat once again, sir?
Checking.
Sir, can you repeat the definition of biometric? You said a biometric system.
The interaction or the data exchange between the two or more applications involved in the business is working. The data exchange between two or more applications involved in the business is working as expected or not, is called system integration testing. Right. Take 17. Already you've taken this diagram, right? I'm just giving an example, 2, 3 scenarios based on this example. Scenario one. The integration scenarios I'm explaining here. Integration scenario. What is the first integration scenario here? The new employee registered in the RIHRM application, payroll software application, should be recognized by the biometric device. This is one integration scenario we need to check. Scenario one. Check. The new employee registered. In payroll software application, the new employee registered in payroll software application is getting recognized by the biometric device or not, by the biometric system or not. A new employee joined in a company, the new employee details are updated in RIHRM product, payroll software product, but the employee will try to punch in the biometric system. Here the integration scenario, the new employee registered in the payroll software application should be identified by a biometric system. It is one integration scenario need to be verified here. One more example, scenario two. Check. The attendance recorded in biometric system is automatically getting updated. Attendance recorded in the biometric system is automatically getting updated in payroll software or not. In payroll software database or not. In payroll software database or not. The attendance recorded in the biometric system should be automatically updated into payroll software application database. So these kind of integration scenarios working correctly or not need to be checked. To conclude this, I opened a training institute website. You please observe here. On the bottom of the window, there is a WhatsApp API is integrated by my developer in this software application, correct? This website is made using some technology, WordPress. You heard about WordPress? To design some website, we use WordPress. Our website is made using WordPress by our developer. What is this API? WhatsApp API. It is WhatsApp API made by my developer. A WhatsApp company provided this API, correct? If you want to use their product in some other application, they provide a small API. If you Google WhatsApp API for WordPress, you'll get a small code. My programmer will download it, insert the code into my WordPress application. Automatically, you'll get this API. After integrating the code about this WhatsApp API, these functionalities working correctly or not need to be tested. This is also comes under system integration testing. My developer will download WhatsApp API integrated into our WordPress application code. After integration, code level, the integration part made correctly or not, my developer will check. Then confirm to me, sir, as you requested, WhatsApp API was introduced into our website. Now I will check when I click it, the WhatsApp API opening or not. When I scan it, it is connecting to my mobile device or not. When I give a message, it is going to the website database or not. Finally, this integration part made correctly or not in the application level, tester need to check. Similarly, the last example to conclude it. We provide a login account to you, LMS login account, learn.qatech.com. If you want to connect to online sessions, you no need to have even Zoom ID also. Did you try? There's a Zoom ID integrated. What we did, we downloaded Zoom API, Zoom integration API. This code we have inserted into our learning management system. Just we created a link. User will not come to know what is happening inside. Just you are clicking online class, join, automatically will be redirected to the Zoom. What we did, we downloaded Zoom API, integrated into our LMS platform. After the integration, whether this, when the user click on this connect, it is connecting to Zoom or not, need to be checked. It comes under system integration testing. So take the last one, next one. End-to-end testing. End-to-end testing.
Sir, in a system integration testing, what is bottom-up approach and top-down approach? It's given in LMS.
End-to-end testing. What is this end-to-end testing?
शायद सर को आवाज नहीं जा रही
So the
है।
name itself very clear. End to end meaning beginning to, from one end, beginning to the other end, end. Tell me application level. Hello. Yes. No, it's everything is on. Any questions to me, online people?
Sir, I have a doubt. In a LMS, it said, well, reading the integration testing,
Happening?
top-down approach and the bottom-up approach. What is that, sir?
Is not able to hear.
Hello.
Hello?
Sir, are you able to hear?
The top-down approach, bottom-up approach, Big Bang approach, all are part of integration testing.
Yeah, that's so. It's given in LMS. So I had a few
I
doubts
give
in.
more details that is not actually comes under system testing. It is a part of code level integration testing.
Okay. But can we have a brief idea of what is that, sir? Because you said that in the top-down approach, bottom-up approach, it was mentioned as drivers when the top
That's
method is.
actually, that is the developer topic, madam.
Okay.
Not required for you.
Okay.
I'm fully focusing on only testing relevant subject. But in the LMS, I given more content about it for your understanding. As you asked precisely, I'll explain. No need to take any notes and all, just try to understand this.
Okay. Sir.
It is actually the developer job. During system integration testing, there are 3 levels of system integration testing. Big bang approach, top-down approach, and bottom-up approach. What is big bang approach first? Whatever I'm discussing, just listen and leave it. This actually comes under code level integration testing. Programmer job it is. See, a programmer created multiple program units. Program 1, unit 1, unit 2, unit 3. Let's say there are 3 units here. Every unit will have some logic inside, some code inside. Program 1 need to be tested, called unit 1. Program 1 will be independently executed and tested, called unit testing, unit 1 testing. Second program also need to be independently tested, called another unit testing. Another unit testing. Once all units are tested independently, one by one, all programs are ready. In the entire project, let's say there are about 30 programs. All 30 programs are ready, nothing is pending. All programs are ready, no code is pending. All units are tested first, one by one. As everything is ready, all units will be combined as a big bang. Big bang generally meaning the big circle. All units will be combined together at one shot. The overall output of the code will be tested at one shot. It is called big bang approach. If all code units are ready, no pending code, at one shot, programmer integrate all units, check the overall output at one shot. It's called big bang approach. Everything together at one shot. The other scenario. Out of 3 programs, top program unit 1 is ready. Assumption unit 1 is a main program. Unit 2 is also ready. Unit 3 not yet completed. The code is not ready. Totally out of 3 units, 2 units are ready. 1 unit is still to be created. Rather than waiting up to completion of the unit 3, 2 units are already ready. 2 units are tested. 1 unit need to be constructed. Instead of waiting for the 3rd unit need to be created, then doing big bang approach, the developer can follow other approach. First, integrate from top to bottom. This integration testing. If there is one more unit, once this unit is ready, combine this and do integration testing. It's called top to bottom. High-level components are ready, main programs are ready. Low-level components to be created, they will do start integration testing from top to bottom. When the bottom units are still need to be developed, top-down approach will be followed. Supposing the main programs is not ready, all low-level components are ready, they start doing integration testing from bottom to top. In this scenario, it's called bottom-up approach. In this scenario, when I'm doing top-down approach here, this bottom component is not ready, correct? But if I want to do integration, some sample code also to be introduced here. This page under construction. I'm not writing the original application. This page is under construction. A simulator program created, a dummy program is created. In place of a bottom component is called stub. The main program is not ready. I'm following bottom-up approach. In place of a main program, a dummy program is substituted, that is called a driver. In Big Bang approach, there is no stub and there is no driver because everything is ready. Let's say bottom components are not ready. High level components are ready. Top components are ready. We start doing integration testing top to bottom. In this scenario, the bottom components which are not ready will be replaced with a dummy program called stub. When I'm doing bottom up approach, the main program will be replaced with a dummy program called driver. Right.
Like that, does the functionality work properly as we do?
No, madam. For integration testing purpose, programmer integrating the units and checking. Programmer is not doing testing at functional point of view.
Okay.
Once 100% integration testing done, every code is ready, then only the code will be converted into application given to you. Meaning by the time you are receiving the application, everything is ready.
Okay.
Code level temporarily rather than waiting until the remaining components to be ready. Maybe they may start from the bottom to top when the bottom components are not ready. If really everything is ready, everything will be combined and do integration testing called Big Bang approach.
Okay.
It's a code level technique actually. While calling the function, while calling the procedure, there are some techniques, such kind of techniques there are. Truly, it is not required for a QA person. Okay? If
Yes.
we really require something, do you compromise? I do not compromise. Right.
Sir, one more doubt, sir.
Yes.
In LMS, I have read that the static testing is, we use the automation tools also. Do we use the automation test tools in static testing, sir? Because it's a verification, right?
The verification for code inspection purpose, code review purpose, there are some programming tools. JUnit. What is it? JUnit, meaning? Here, J stands for Java. Java unit testing tool it is. It can be used for code inspections and also it can be used for doing unit testing. Selenium is a functional testing tool. Sir, for every work, we have some automation tools today, correct?
Yeah.
For doing code level testing, there are some tools like JUnit for Java unit testing. In place of JUnit, today we are using TestNG, higher version of the JUnit, TestNG. PyUnit, Python unit testing tool. NUnit, .NET unit testing tool. All these are used for code reviews. Code review is also a part of static testing and code testing purpose. Just you read it.
Yes. Sir. So that means in starting testing, also we use the automation tools to test the code, right, sir?
Madam, do not get confused. For different work purpose, there are different softwares available in the market.
Okay.
Automation doesn't mean only we are using.
Okay.
You heard about RPA tools?
No, sir.
No prison. RPA, at least you heard about it. And Pega, you heard about it. Pega also a automation tool. Pega also a automation tool, business process management tool. Business process automation tool. Automation meaning not only testing, any work can be automated, right? Not testing related work we are concentrating. Some other work also can be automated. What is business process automation? You know, generally if you go to a mall, some representative will come and collect your details. Sir, we are offering credit cards. If you go to a petrol bunk, some people are collecting the data. In webs today, they run a campaign to promote a product. The people will give their details, correct? Fine. Supposing ICICI Bank introducing a new product, new insurance product, new loan product. They run some marketing activities, campaigns. They will capture the data from different formats. Maybe some representative will collect the details in a printed sheet. In the web application, you are taking the data into Excel sheets. Some in different formats. Whatever the lead generator for a business to be entered into the system, right? Whatever the lead generator for the business should be available somewhere in the system, right? You have to enter all the leads, whatever you have collected into the system. Instead of you type the data into the system, Pega, Blue Prism, automation anywhere is RPA tool, business process management tool. What these softwares will do, these softwares will collect the data available in different format, maybe TXT file, Excel file, Oracle database, and OCR. Perfect. The data is collected in the printer forms, right? They will scan them. Instead of entering, the printer forms will be scanned, OCR. From the OCR, from the Excel, from Oracle, from TXT file, data will be captured, pushed into the required format into the database. So you don't need to enter anything. ICICI Bank, worldwide they have thousands of branches. Many people go to these branches to open new accounts. Many people will go to these branches to inquire for a loan. They give some application form, correct? They'll give some application form. Your name, contact number, address, XYZ, you are going to write in a pen. They scan them. Because all these data need to be entered into somewhere in the system, correct? Nowadays, people are not entering manually. The forms will be scanned. These Pega, these RPA tools, business process automation tool, they are called, not testing tools. Business process automation tool. This tool will capture the data available in various formats, consolidate into one unified format, push into the actual ICICI Bank database automatically. They are called business process automation. Any work can be automated. Here we are focusing on automating testing job, not other jobs. For every automation, there are some tools in the market today. Testing automation, we are focusing. Testing automation tools, we are focusing. Not business process automation, something automation. Right. So the topic is end-to-end testing. What is end-to-end testing? From one end to other end. Meaning? Starting.
Beginning to ending, I think.
Are we learning spoken English? You are giving synonyms? I wanted answers, technical answer. I said beginning to end, you are saying starting to end.
Testing the whole product.
From website to starting collecting requirements to end user point of view, whatever all the functionalities required.
No, see. First of all, this formal testing, functional testing, always we are conducting any end user point of view, no doubt about it. Whatever the work you are doing, whatever the testing job you are doing, every testing job, every testing activity you are doing in end user point of view, no doubt about it. Either retesting or regression testing or anything. From beginning to end, log into, log out, not in between. Hey, listen. Assume that these are a HRM application. Let's say there are about 4 or 5 modules. 3 months back, we started testing the product. This project is planned to implement in Agile methodology. Totally, there are about 100 requirements. 3 months back, first schedule is made, schedule 1, sprint 1. Out of 100, only first 4 requirements are considered to implement in schedule 1 week of schedule. 1 week, development happened, only 4 features. Testing happened, we had demonstrated to the client said this okay. Second schedule, sprint 2, another 4 requirements. Sprint 3, another 4 requirements. Like this, last 12 weeks, totally 100 features are implemented. 3 months back we started. Today, all 100 requirements are ready. But build 1, build 2, build 3, every build was tested. Every sprint build was tested. First build has only 4 features. Second build has 4 plus 4, 8 features. Third build has 4 plus 4 plus 2, 10 features. Fourth build 4 plus 4 plus 2 plus 4, 14 features. Like till now, 20 builds are tested, that is assumption. In the 20th build, all 100 features are available ready. In the first build only we have 4. In the 20th version, we have all planned 100 features. Now my QA team is saying to me, my lead here, I'm lead here. My team member said to me, sir, in the 20th build, all requirements are justified. Yes, we can deploy the project. We can deliver the project. Which module you tested? Admin module. Other team member involved in testing, say banker module. Other person involved in testing, personal banking module. Other team member involved in testing, corporate banking module. Other team member involved in testing, loans module. Other team member involved in testing, credit card module. This person has knowledge about only admin module. Other person has knowledge about only banker module. That person who involved in testing loans module has knowledge about only loans module. Team lead has knowledge about all the modules. All modules are tested, integrated, integration testing performed. Now my team member said to me, everything is fine. 3 months back, we started testing on the first build. Last 3 months, build 1, build 2, build 3, today build 20. In the 20th build, all requirements are justified. That is my team member's dialogue. If you are a manager, if you are a lead for this project, your team member said to you, yesterday we received the build number 20 from our development team. Here every requirement is justified. Yes, we can release the product to the client. If you are the team lead, what you will do? If you are the team lead, what you will do? Build 1 tested only with 4 features. Second build tested 4 plus 4, 8 features. Third build tested with only 10 features. Today we have 20th build where 100 features are ready. If I am the team lead, what I will do? I perform a overall check. To build my confidence whether this application ready to release to the market or not. In the first build, only 4 features are tested. The second build, 4 plus 4, 8 features are tested. This team member involved in testing only 1 module. Other team member has a clarity on only second module. Other team member has a clarity on only loans module. These people do not have the knowledge about other modules. They focus only on the assigned work to them, correct? Whatever the work assigned, only those requirements they have concentrated. I asked you, you test this 10 requirement. You will not worry about remaining 90 requirements. Other person focused on other 10 requirement, not remaining 90 requirement. But now everything is ready. As a team lead, what I do, I perform a overall check from beginning to end. Again, I do not test everything in deep. Because everything in deep, my team members have already tested. I take the major business scenarios. Then I perform an overall check to build my confidence whether the application ready to release or not, whether to stop testing or not. It's called overall testing, end-to-end testing. This end-to-end testing again will not be carried out in a very deep manner because in deep my people have tested. Just I'm having a rough check like a smoke test. Here smoke testing objective is whether to start testing or not, correct? Whereas end-to-end testing objective is to make a decision enough whether to stop testing or not. Then the project will be given to the client. Testing the overall functionalities of the system in a very precise manner, not in an extensive manner, in a very precise manner to make a decision whether to stop testing or not is called end-to-end testing. You can also call it as overall testing. Anything will not be tested in a deep manner because my team members tested every feature in a positive direction, negative direction in a very deep manner. I just to build my confidence, my team members said everything is fine. All these 10 people said together, everything is fine. If something went wrong, I am accountable, I am responsible. So in order to build my confidence whether to stop testing or not, I perform a overall check on the entire product, which is called end-to-end testing. These end-to-end testing carried out on the last build, not in build 1, build 2, build 3. On the final build to make a decision whether to stop testing or not. Make a note of it. Testing the overall functionalities of the system testing the overall functionalities of the system, the overall functionalities of the system testing the overall functionalities of the system in a precise manner, in a precise manner, in a precise manner to make a decision, whether to stop testing or not, whether to stop testing or not, whether to stop testing or not is called, whether to stop testing or not is called end-to-end testing. Whether to stop testing or not is called end-to-end testing. Make a note here. End-to-end testing is carried out. End-to-end testing is carried out on the final build not in build 1, build 2, build 3, on the final build by the domain expert, preferably team lead. Preferably test lead, your team lead. Right. Yes.
You have to integrate builds. There are multiple integrations that happen. Trying to test modules of that particular software. So assuming that there are 10 integrations between 20 builds. How do we test each integration, because there will be wrong with integration will be the first build and the test build also. So what methodology do we use to test all the integrations developed?
Will you repeat it? One second.
Was you just mentioned, for an example, there are 20 builds and 100 functionalities. So assuming each build has 5 business functionalities to be tested. Now, if there are 20 builds and there is integration happening all the time, so I'm assuming there are 10 system integrations between 20 modules or 20 units. right? Now, in the end, when this is when the team lead says that I'm going to do an overall check, which is end-to-end testing. Now, if it was a simple website, agreed, just a few functionalities tested, if they're interconnected, working fine, no problem. But if it was an aviation industry or a medical group industry, then I feel that all the functionalities need to be tested. And if they do, that's going to be a time-consuming task. So how do they do it?
Full regression. So you mean to say, rather than testing only few, in every build, I want to retest everything because of even every minute functionality also very sensitive. Finally, that is the conclusion, correct?
Correct. Yes.
Right. First build 4. Online people, you understand the question? Online people, did you understand what what the other student
sir.
posted?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir, we didn't get that.
No. First, you are able to hear it.
Yes, we can hear it.
Yes.
Yeah.
First time
Yes,
I'm
sir.
using whether online people able to hear the offline students' voice or not. Well, see, the question is, because he posting, we can, they cannot understand what is happening here. Even the student voice also, offline student also, voice also audible to them now. Fine. The question is, first version, first build only with 4 features. All 4 features are covered. In the second build, more 4 features are added. Let's say we are working on a very sensitive application like a medical treatment software, aeroplane navigation system. Each and every minute functionality also in every version need to be retested. Every functionality, once again, whether there is an impact or not, or the application what we are testing is a fully integrated system. All features are fully interconnected features. In this scenario, every feature need to be retested in the modified version. In the industry terms, I can call it as, in every modified version, I want to perform 100% full regression. Full regression, meaning everything need to be again retested. Automation testing is the best solution. For every feature to be tested, I create automation programs because manually testing each and every feature in every modified version takes lots of time and effort. Just like click run button, my Selenium will take care of testing everything on the updated build. Let me demonstrate it. It is your previous batch, Selenium 1130. I'll take some. I'll take some other batch. Look at this one. In one Excel sheet, I have documented totally what are all the functionalities to be tested in my product. Check admin login functionality with validator. Check new employee registration functionality. Check user registration functionality. Check employee able to log in or not. Check login functionality with invalid input, something like this. How many test cases here we have? 500 test cases we have here. Either 5 or 500. First. Here I have 5 only. Maybe the actual project may have 500. First, I record all functionalities I want to retest in the modified versions in simple Excel sheet. To check admin login functionality with valid data, what is the procedure we follow? Enter valid username, enter valid password, and click login. The data also recorded in the Excel sheet. What is the data I want to use to test login functionality? The employee registration. Your name? Rupesh. Employee login. Here, creating a login account for the employee. Employee login with invalid input, valid username, wrong password. Next time, wrong username, correct password. Next time, wrong username, wrong password. How I want to test the functionalities, I simply documented in an Excel sheet. Tomorrow you want to test the functionality with some other data, just you can update the data in Excel. Now see what I'm doing here. I'm just executing one program. How many test cases we plan to execute now in the modified version? Assumption today we received the modified build. First, it tested admin login working or not. Done. Now I'm not testing anything. My program testing employee registration working or not. Did you observe the name? Rupesh. It is taking the data from Excel. Then admin able to create a login account for the registered user or not? Admin able to create a login account for the registered employee or not? Done. Now this employee able to log in or not? It's employee login. The Rupesh able to log in or not? Expected employee module should be visible, not admin module. My code is scanning whether it is employee module or not. Lastly, checking login with invalid credentials, valid username, wrong password. Valid username, wrong password, wrong username, correct password, wrong username and wrong password, done. Though there are 5 features, 500 features, you just click run button, matter of half an hour, 1 hour, your Selenium will test and finally produce the results. What are all working, what are all not working. If working, it will update the results in the Excel file. It is not understood my clap. That is your question. Not only testing the features, if working, it will update the result as pass and show in green color. If not working, it will update the results as fail and show in red color. What is not working also described in the HTML reports. Though there are 500 features in my project now, if I click run button, matter of 1 hour, half an hour, all 500 features will be tested by the tool and produce the test output. This is working, this is not working. What is not working, just will communicate to the development team. So this is the scenario. Only 100% automation is the solution to speed up the work, because practically 500, 600 features, every time I cannot retest, it will postpone my build delivery schedules. Right. We learn, we have to write all these kind of programs. The program what I demonstrated, not written by me, written by the students in the class only. Only I give the concept, I'll make the students to write the code. Here I am not learning code. You are learning code, correct? I should not write programs. You should write programs. Not coming from tomorrow? Right. So take the next one. Next topic. Exploratory testing. Exploratory testing. All comes under function. Exploratory testing. The next 2 testing tests, what I am discussing, exploratory and monkey testing, these are not mandatory, these are optional actually. For that reason, lastly, I am discussing. If really management asks you to do, really when the situation demands to do, then only it's required, otherwise not required. What is this exploratory testing, first of all? Let's say we are working on some project, like that RHRM. Mostly, we understand the requirements of the product with the reference of SRS and FRS documents. Try to understand in this way. Let's assume we are working on this banking project testing. I'm working on a project banking application, Primus Bank application. First, I need to gain the knowledge about this product, then only I can able to plan what to test and how to test, then test. In real time, I'm showing you one document to you. What is this document? For this Primus Bank application, requirement document, admin module functional requirement document. These kind of requirement documents will be given to the testers. All customer requirements are properly documented, SRS, FRS. Requirement documents will be given to development team and QA team. It is generally formal process, a systematic way of doing testing. We have to study the requirement. We have to understand all of the features, functionalities. Not like this, slowly we have to, sufficient time will be given, we have to slowly study the requirement. Let's say there are about 40 requirements. One person will not ask to study all 40 and write test cases for all 40. You write the scenarios and test cases for the first 4 requirements. You write scenarios and test cases for next 4 requirements. Work will be generally allocated like this. Whatever the requirements assigned to you, only you focus on such requirement, not remaining. Let's say you study the 4 requirements first. Something is not understandable. Just by reading a document, everybody cannot understand, correct? Everything cannot be understood. Definitely there will be a meeting organized. All my team members will assemble. They pose the questions to me. Sir, in the second requirement, this is not understood. Will you clarify? In the 18th requirement, money transfer functionality, there is a small confusion. Will you clarify? Definitely the team members will post a question to the team lead. The team lead responsibility, address their questions, clarify their questions. A KT will be given if required. With the reference of the requirement specification, with the help of the KTs, generally we gain the knowledge about the product domain. Then we plan what to test, how to test, then start testing it. This is the actual process, formal process. Let's say we are working on some other project. For this project, there is no SRS, no FRS, that is assumption. No requirement documents are prepared, but application developed, which need to be tested. I'm asking you, you test this application. If you ask me SRS and FRS, no. While development, we have not properly followed any proper documentation. What is the option for you?
Randomly.
You have to test. You have to test, no doubt. First of all, if you want to test, without gaining the knowledge about the product, what is this product? What are the modules available? What are the features available? How you test it? We have to test it. Okay. I do not know what is the product I am testing, how I can able to test it. First, I need to get some idea about the product domain. Generally, we gain the knowledge about the product with the reference of the requirement document or with the help of the KTs. Here, assumption, no requirement documents are prepared, but application created, small application. Or some requirement documents available, not properly documented. With the when I refer the available requirement document, I am not getting proper inputs. Only one option left in, directly explore the product. Before you start testing it, first you explore the product. What do you mean by exploring? Just you go through all of the features, what is available in admin module, like this. I don't have any requirement document to understand what is this RHRM application. Only the option left in, I log in as administrator first. Then I study what is available in admin module under admin option. What is available in the PAM? What is available under leave submodule? What is available under recruitment submodule? Something like this. Slowly, I have to study each and every option. Okay, so that I'll understand, okay, this is about this product. I explore the application, gain the knowledge about the product, then I start testing the product. It is called exploring and testing, exploratory testing. Okay, is it a recommended approach? Supposing as per the customer expectation, there is one more feature module should be available here. As per the customer requirement, there should be one more link or one more submodule. My programmer missed it. Will I come to know about it? Whatever I am seeing, I assume this is what customer wanting. Correct? It is not at all a recommended approach. Then what to do? If no requirement specifications are available, only the option left in, only by exploring the available application only we get to know about the project. Such kind of testing approach is called exploring and testing. Exploring and testing, exploratory testing, which is again ad hoc testing. Informal testing, it is not the formal way of doing testing. Make a note about it. In very startup companies, we'll see this. Supposing game application you are testing. Some game application, our team made a game. You ask to test it. Will any SRS, FRS will be given in this scenario? No. If I am your lead, what I will do? Today and tomorrow, first you play the game. First you play the game 2-3 days. So that you understand what is this game first of all. Then you start testing it. Why you are playing the game here? You are exploring the game. What is this game? How many levels are available? How the score is getting? How we are getting some bonus, something like that. By playing the game for 2-3 days, you are exploring the game, understanding the game. Then once you get the conclusion idea about the game, now you start testing one by one in deep. It's nothing but exploratory testing. When the requirement document is not available, or if the available requirement document not providing proper inputs, then only exploratory testing will be initiated inside the companies. It is nothing. It is again ad hoc testing. Make a note of it. Exploring the product. Exploring the product. Exploring the product. Understanding its requirements. Exploring the product. Understanding its requirements. Understanding its requirements. Then testing it. Then testing it is called exploring the application, understanding that application, then testing it is called exploratory testing. It's called exploratory testing. So generally, when exploratory testing will come into the picture, in two situations, if the requirement document is not available or available requirement documents not providing proper inputs, we have to keep the documentation side, directly explore the product and test it. Make a note. This exploratory testing comes in. This exploratory testing comes in the following two scenarios. The following two scenarios. This exploratory testing comes in following two scenarios. Number one, scenario one. If requirement documents not available, if requirement documents not available, the other scenario. If first scenario, if the requirement documents are not present, second one. If requirement documents not providing proper inputs, available requirement documents not providing proper inputs, so it's a waste of time reading because properly not documented, we keep them aside. Directly we explore the application and start testing it. Take the last one, monkey testing. Monkey testing, jumpy testing, gorilla testing, all are one and the same. Gorilla testing, monkey testing, jumpy testing. What is gorilla fight or gorilla war? Recently also you heard about it, Ukraine and Russia cases.
So secretly attacking.
Without having any objective? Sudden hiding? Informal way, right.
Not following the procedure.
So
Not
hit and run
war
basically.
procedures, war guidelines. Coming to testing also, when generally people will go for guerrilla fight? Recent scenario, Ukraine and Russia, they tried.
Or when enemy is strong.
They tried, but finally, no use. So then let us go for informal. Straight route is not working. Go for alternative route. Correct? Informal route. It's not ethical, but what to do? We fed up with the things, not able to proceed further, then they go for informal way. Same scenario, see, observe here. We have created 200 test cases for testing 40 features of my product. 200 test cases are created. 200 different plans are made to test 40 requirements of the product to find out the bugs. 200 test cases are executed. Not able to identify much bugs. Instead of stopping testing, maybe application may have the bugs. Your idea, not good. Your test case is not able to catch the bugs. Definitely every software application will have the bugs. You have not maybe planned properly. The planned test case is not able to catch out the bugs. Instead of stopping testing, keep the test case aside because they are not helping to find out the bugs. Wantedly perform some unwanted operation, uneven actions, zigzag operation like a monkey, where there is a chance of finding some hidden issues, which you may not able to find when you test the application in a very systematic way. Systematic way meaning, let's say I'm testing employee registration form. There are about 10 fields. First name, middle name, last name, mobile number, email ID, address 1, address 2, contact number, something like that. Systematic way of doing testing, first I enter the first name, middle name, last name, contact number, email ID, address 1, address 2, country, state, city, and click submit button. The procedurally testing the employee registration. In monkey testing, what I do, I input the first name. Without entering remaining fields I wanted, I click submit button. Without entering any data, I click submit button. I enter first name, last name. Before proceeding further next field, wanted, I press escape button. Wantedly you perform some unwanted actions. There is a chance of finding some new issues, hidden issues, tricky bugs. That is the intention behind doing monkey testing. In addition to formal testing, meaning after executing the planned test cases, spend some amount of time. Test like a monkey, where there is a chance of finding some hidden issues. This kind of test approach is called monkey testing. Even this monkey testing also ad hoc testing. Make a note. Informal testing. Make a note. Testing a software application like a monkey, that is wantedly performing zigzag operations. People also call it as sometimes zigzag testing. Zigzag operations, random operations, randomly testing, random operation with an intention of finding defects, is called monkey testing. With an intention of finding defects is called monkey testing. So wantedly performing some unwanted actions, zigzag operation, like a monkey with an intention of finding the defect is called monkey testing. In addition to formal testing, supposing I am the lead for this project. There are about 200 test cases, planned approved test cases to run. I have a team of 4 people. I estimated how much time required for executing these 200 test cases by a team of 4 people. 200 planned test cases are available to be run. I have a team of 4 people. First, I estimate how many days of time required to execute these 200 test cases. Let's say 8 days is required, enough. To execute 200 test cases, 8 working days is enough. But I plan the work for 10 days. I'll plan the work for 10 days. I ask my team members, first 8 days, you execute the planned test cases. Last 2 days, you test as you wish. Last 2 days, you test as you wish, where there is a chance of finding few more issues. So whether you are doing formal testing, monkey testing, ad hoc testing, retesting, regression testing, finally end objective is finding the bugs before we give the product to the client. This exploratory testing, monkey testing are the best examples for ad hoc testing. Comes under ad hoc testing. Make a note. Make a note. Exploratory testing and monkey testing, exploratory testing and monkey testing are the best examples for ad hoc testing. The best examples for ad hoc testing. Right. This is all about functional testing types. So listen, in the first module software testing concept, I'm explaining you the concept only. What is formal testing? What is formal testing? As of now, what you know about formal testing? The systematic way of doing testing is called formal testing. The procedural way, if you test a software application by following certain standards, proper documentation, then it is called formal testing. Definition wise, okay. Do you know the standards? Do you know the procedures? Do you know how to write scenario, how to write test cases? Only this moment in the chapter, in the module 1, I'm only teaching you the concept. The second module is all about the practical approach. How to write scenario, how to do this formal testing, how to do this ad hoc testing. We'll see practically on the application level.
Yes.
First, we are learning. After learning, we implement it. That is our second module. Got it? So here, because I told you the first module objective is to answer the basic interview questions. To pass gate 1, that's it. The practical work, I was not yet explained you. Majorly, the practical work in manual testing is writing scenario, writing test cases, executing test cases, bug reporting. If you clear about these 4 tasks, you are eligible to start your manual testing job trial. How to write scenario, how to write test cases, how to execute test cases, how to report the bugs to development team. This is the work generally in manual testing we do. Practical work is very simple work. That too in a simple English, we are documenting no Java, Lava, nothing. Anybody can do it. But to crack an interview, you need to have the overall subject about it. Right. These are functional testing types we have learned. And we have to discuss about non-functional testing types. UI testing, usability, security, compatibility, load and performance, globalization, localization, and recovery. Globalization, localization, recovery testing. There are few non-functional testing types. So from Monday onwards, we'll start this. From next 2 sessions, Monday and Tuesday, we'll learn about the non-functional testing. See, in non-functional testing, UI testing, in the name itself, very clear what it is. User interface testing, we have to check the appearance. Now, our discussion is, there are certain guidelines we have to follow for doing UI testing. There's a checklist. These are the checks we have to carry out for UI testing. These are the checks we have to perform for security testing. The checklist we are going to discuss in our next 2 days of training. What are the basic checks we have to carry out for UI testing? What kind of basic checks we have to perform for security testing? That is our actual discussion. Otherwise, the name itself very clear what it is. Got it? Happy weekend. We'll continue on Monday. Thank you, online team. We
Sir,
Sir,
continue on Monday.
I have a doubt.
Thank you, sir. I have a question.
Yes,